Yes, everyone, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur, and we are going to be reacting to our great win over Brentford, 2-0 win, a win that was desperately needed in the Premier League. And I'm feeling like we're already on the beach because Spurs, we can definitely feel a little bit more comfortable about slipping into some sort of relegation battle. That was a really good 3 points away from home. And also, by the way, it doesn't happen very often against Brentford. We found it very hard to get 3 points away from home there. So a big win for this team, big win for this fan base, and certainly a big win for Ange Postecoglou. Smash the like button for us, everybody, and also let us know what your favorite parts of these Twitter reacts are. Dave, shall we get into it?
Yeah, look, let's get straight into it. Hopefully, we see a lot of honey or bee sort of jibes throughout this. Let's wait and see. But let's go. Big win, buzzing, roll on Liverpool.
Well, everybody, now that maybe you're buzzing with the win, we could probably bring you down a notch with the XG, actually, taking a look at the stats. It's sort of a bit of a party killer here. Brentford, apparently, according to the XG philosophy, I'm not too sure if this is the best metric of XG. Maybe there are different numbers out there, but they had 2.4 goals for Brentford, and then Spurs were supposed to have 0.96. And Dave, it was, in my opinion, a very solid performance by ourselves. I think we did deserve at least something. Maybe not, you know, I don't know. I think we deserve something from it. Like, I think the XG doesn't tell the whole story. We did defend really well, probably got away with it a couple of times, maybe with some missed opportunities by Brentford. But I still think that, this was a pretty solid performance, much better than what we've been used to.
No, 100%. Look, don't get me wrong. I think Brentford on the day probably created maybe some of the better chances, but you got to take them. And that's what we done. We got very
We waste
fortunate.
chances all the time and get beat.
Yeah, exactly. We waste a lot of chances all the time, and then we sort of end up paying the price for it. But look, we got very fortunate with the first goal, which probably brings to the low XG, and then the Papa Matasar one is the only real sighter we really had, genuine sighter we had on goal, apart from Lucas Berg was one that was dragged wide. So I think it's probably about right. But at the end of the day, you defend well, you keep clean sheets, Jack. Like we've always said, this, you put points on the board.
Absolutely right. Talking THFC, Tottenham Hotspur are about to win a football game. It's breaking news, everybody. Watch this space. Jake saying, Brian and Bumo, thank you for your stay at the Diop Tahuti Jed Hot Spence Penitentiary. Mo Salah, welcome to the Jed Spence Penitentiary. Jed Spence has been immense for Spurs today, kept Brian and Bumo quiet, and been a threat going forward. He cleared Carvalho's overhead kick off of the line, and 60 seconds later, Sarr made it 2-0. Crucial intervention from Spence. I mean, Dave, not only is he, so composed in possession and really devastating going forward if given the chance, but like you've been saying, maybe our best defender.
Yeah, I think he's been our best defender, out of everybody. No one seems to get by him. Absolutely brilliant performance from Jed Spence. That clearance off the line is absolutely crucial. If that goes in, it's a bit of a different game, and you think Brentford probably go and look for the winner. So it was absolutely crucial. But what I love most about Jed Spence, Jack, and the reason why I think he's our best defender, name me a time he switches off. He doesn't.
Yeah, no, he hasn't been. He hasn't been. Oh, I'm really doing well in the one-on-ones, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Luca THFC, no more dragon suicide balls.
Thank God. The guy thought it was Pirlo at points. It was driving me ballistic. It's like you can't even pass at 5 yards. What you trying to do here at 55 yards?
Haters of the Sun captaincy can stay on that side. This is my captain. People were liking the post match as well as the pre match sort of huddles. Showing that togetherness by the team and showing that there maybe aren't as the fractions within the squad as maybe might be reported, or maybe that they're
Mm.
not behind Ange or things like that. Maybe showing that togetherness. Happy birthday to Lucas Bergvall, Dave. Sauce Val.
So close to getting his birthday goal as well. Just dragged
Yeah.
agony wide of the post.
Yeah, really, really close, and was almost a brilliant goal from him. Another really, really good finish. But yeah, happy birthday to Lucas Bergvall. Wish Dave and I did our research before this recording. We could have done it in Swedish for him and absolutely butchered, the pronunciation. But we'll do that next time for him. Gus saying we didn't embarrass ourselves in front of Danzo,
Brilliant. Uh,
and Spurs song sheet, Dave.
so we are staying up. We are staying up. No, but look, I think that win today, Jack. I think it does stave off the relegation talk. For quite a while at least. So it's huge.
Yeah. Hotspur reports what it means, Dave, and look at Pedro Porro. It definitely, while maybe people have been criticizing his performances, We have to also show that, this is a guy that does care. He's not someone that isn't, he's not going to, he's always going to try at least, Pedro Porro. I don't think he's usually someone that we accuse for a lack of trying.
He's always fit, always available, and look, he always plays for the badge. That's one thing you can't accuse the guy of. He always turns up, he always shows up, whether it's difficult moments, whether it's good moments, he's there.
Pop Matasar, who got that great goal, Dave, saying a much needed 3 points today. All focus is on Thursday now. Come on, you Spurs. Pop, he's already thinking about Thursday, the scholar.
Do you know what, Jack? I'm buzzing for him because, I've been seeing it creep out lately. Sarr hasn't been great, and it's been like, yeah, but he's been carrying it up. We've been told this. Everyone may be questioning his ability and stuff like that. And the way he finished that goal, I mean, we've got seasoned veteran strikers. Richarlison wouldn't be able to finish that. Do you know what I mean? It was absolutely unbelievable from Papa Matasar, and I'm delighted for him because I think the narrative was starting to turn on him a little, which I think unfairly so.
Well, I think we're always welcome, to talk about maybe when a guy is not performing very well. You can have criticism for them and critique. But what I was surprised was is a lot of people have been sort of maybe talking like as if it's been going on for a long time now or
Mm,
something like that. That's what I was more surprised by because maybe only a couple
yeah.
of months ago, a few months ago, maybe a few months ago, a little further back than that. But he was probably our player of the month, at one point, this season. He was one of our
Mm,
best players for a good solid month of a lot of fixtures. I remember Pop Matsar. He was undroppable from the team for a good little while. And you even go back to last season, Dave. He was one of our most consistent players of last season. In fact, he was probably praised last year for having maybe fewer drop-offs, in terms of performance levels in that midfield than, a lot of the others.
mm,
Madison had a really hot start. Bentancur, a lot of injuries. Basuma had a really hot start, then kind of a cold end. A lot of people were kind of all over the place, and Sarr was praised for his consistency. So I am with you that I was a little surprised that so many people kind of felt
mm.
like he's been off it for a long time.
And, one more thing, Jack. We've been asking for goals from midfield, but Sarr provides that as well.
And he shows up in big games, in my opinion. That's
Yeah.
another thing. He shows up in big games with goals or assists. That's
Yeah.
the Sarr praise that I think he deserves, in my opinion. Hotspur related, Heung-min Son now has more assists, 69, than any other Spurs player
Wow.
in Premier League history, Dave. Any other Spurs player.
That's absolutely mind-boggling. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. That's unbelievable. And that ball for Sarr today was perfect, by the way.
I think that shows just how good he is, but I think that also shows again, the longevity of how long he has been
Yeah.
at this club and just the service, right? That he's a guy that's put in a lot of service and a lot of games for this football
Yeah.
club and deserves, maybe accolades and kind of things like that. Definitely deserved. And also maybe not always something that we notice in his game because we do think of him as a goal scorer.
Yeah.
Zeus saying gutsy, ugly win away from home, just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah. Look, it's what we needed, Jack. We were never ever going to go there and pop them off the park and play beautiful football. I think, we needed that gritty performance, full of fight, full of hunger, everyone running and playing for each other, putting their bodies on the line. It was always going to take that, and we got the job done, and hopefully now we can use that as a momentum boost going forward.
Dr. Tottenham treating itself for once, Zeus. Ben Bowman, Sky are absolutely gagging for Brentford to score,
Yeah.
aren't they? A lot of people were really upset with Sky's commentary. TEH Trunk saying Carragher going on about Dr. Tottenham and his halftime analysis. Just grow up, lad. Tottenham Hotspur, Dave, Premier League player of the match, our man Jedi.
It's unbelievable. Do you know what? And he's always ready for a photo op. He just looks good at every photo, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, he's definitely deserved and was ready for it. Definitely ready for
What a
it. Paddy
performance.
Power, like the beacons of Gondor, Tottenham Hotspur FC are about to win a game of football in the Premier League. I liked it, but then I also middle fingered, Paddy Power when I watched that. I was like, oh, it's just like, come on, shaking my head, gave them a big F off. Jay Harris saying, nice moment between Postecoglou and the Spurs fans, Dave. If you can make it out. Kind of hard to tell, really. I think he's just sort of getting a nice sort of back and forth, good little
Brilliant.
Jurgen Klopp sort of maybe chest bumps and things like that.
Makes a change from the game where they were calling him and Sonny a W, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and him even piping back at fans as well. The moodiness, Sarr goal, Jan LOG, Sun assists, and also Spence masterclass, clean sheet, 3 points, Conceição, baby.
That is us today, Jack. That was definitely us today. We deserve it. It's been a while.
We finally won a Premier League game. Billy saying Spence locking up another one of the league's best wingers. Normal behavior. It's just become a
Yeah.
regular occurrence for Jet Spence. It's just too easy for him. Paddy Power, disgraceful from Wolves, to be honest, looking at on Premier League form.
Uh, whoever is in control of that Paddy Power,
One of them is an
account,
Arsenal fan. The other is a Spurs fan. They know us
it's
too well.
hilarious.
They know us too well, I think. Dave Al is saying the Sky Studio absolutely gutted with the Spurs clean sheet and
Yeah,
win. Feels good, Dave. Feels
yeah.
good. Billy saying Brentford fans booing a player who rejected them. If we did that, we'd pass out through lack of oxygen pretty much every game.
Right about Archie Gray there.
Yeah. Came from the lane. Admire that, you clown. Tottenham technical director Johan Lang is believed to admire Brentford manager Thomas Frank.
Yeah, of course he has. Didn't he work with Thomas Frank before?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Of course he probably would. But that guy needs to be out of this club so quick.
Talking THFC, we won an away game in the Barclays. It's just crying. It's emotional stuff here for us. First Premier League clean sheet for Kinski.
Do you know what? He was good today, Jack. He was very good from set pieces and had one or two saves to make. Brilliant.
I thought he was a little nervy, with the ball at his feet in this game. But I think for making saves, this game, I think you're right. I think he maybe gave us some confidence there. Billy saying Spence is such a good player, makes a huge difference, and my God, can he defend when he's playing with Romero and Mickey? We will see a huge difference, in my opinion. That's the thing, right? He's been defending without Romero and Mickey Van de Ven. That's how good he's been. String a few of these nasty performances together, and we can easily be top 8 by end of February. Gus, whoa, okay,
Slow it down, Gus. Slow it down.
Okay. It's only been one of them. First of all, it's only been one of them, and then also, I mean, that's just top 8. Like, I think you'll have to take a look at some of those teams there that we'll have to start beating in order to go there. But I love it, Dave. This is my favorite thing. That's Spurs DNA right there. We're immediately got to go. We're back, baby. We're back. Speak Carragher. If they concede less than 3 today, I'll be surprised. Dave, Jamie Carragher quite quieted this evening.
Yeah, how much is he being paid for that for that analysis? He got absolutely wrong, and then he goes on at half time about Dr. Tottenham and stuff like that. But look, Jack, we know this. I've always said this. Pundits can't wait to dig us out, laugh at us. They're relishing it in our misery. It's good. It's good to throw them back at them and make them look absolutely silly this evening.
You think he's just trying to sort of, I don't know, glaze, his friend Thierry Henry there, just sort of try to live up to him, maybe a little bit because they're in the Arsenal Emirates. Maybe he's just trying to sort of be like, come on, Thierry, I'll throw a few punches at him, as well. Maybe that's what he's doing. Just trying to fit in.
Don't know what he's at, Jack. I think, but to sit there and say, oh, Spurs concede 3 today, I mean, come on, Carragher, that's a stretch.
Gus saying, I can't wait until we can start keeping Decky fresh again. Yeah, I mean, that's something to think about, Dave. I know I keep scaring you with the injury things, but think about if he actually were given a proper rest at some stage, how good he could be again. Spurs Watch or Spurs Web saying, this is what it feels like to not have your weekend ruined by football.
Finally. And you know what? It'd be great to bounce out of bed tomorrow morning, Jack, and pep in your step, right?
Right, absolutely. TAH Chunk was a monster today. Love to the haters, talking about Ben Davis, and he was saying on the 31st, give this man a new contract. Remember, you and I were joking with the Elfsborg game. It's like, come on, it's only Elfsborg. But maybe people are just in love with Ben Davis this year. Thought this was funny, Dave. Think someone rhythm as a dancer. Thank God we didn't get Tamori rhythm as a dancer. We've got Kevin Dancer. Daniel Levy has no hair. Love that.
Rhythm is a dancer. We've got Kevin Dancer. Daniel Levy has no hair. Brilliant. That is absolutely. Do you know what? That one's going to be a corker out of the stands, lad.
Hotspur report. Jamie Carragher. Hopefully we see Dr. Tottenham in the second half. Man, he just couldn't.
Hopefully.
Let up. Yeah, he said
hopefully. He's praying on it. He must have had an accumulator on.
I think he's a little insecure these days. Dave. He's trying to fit
gray
in.
Hair.
He's trying to fit in with Thierry. He's trying to give it again. Because he's he's in the stadium. With the Arsenal guys. He just wants to fit in. Together, Lily White Rose. They're showing that
Yeah,
togetherness, like I brought up earlier. That
yeah,
that's a classy finish from Pop, says Carly. I think it definitely was. Like Dave said,
beautiful.
not even our strikers could have that sort of finish. Jet Spence really took one of the most informed players in the world, probably the most dangerous right wing in the league on current form, and put him in his back pocket and barely broke a sweat. Now he's
Yeah.
just pocketing people for fun. Team to play versus Liverpool, according to Billy, Kinski, Vicario, Spence, Van de Ven, Romero, Danzo, Davies, Spence, Poro, Spence, and Spence.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant, Billy. He cracks me up. I love when we win. It's when you really get the best of Billy.
David Harris, great back to the wall performance. I thought we get smashed given their home record and our wafer thin squad. Defense was superb. Let's hope it's first of 3 wins this week. I thought that's a good sort of summary
Mm.
from your fellow David Harris.
No, he
Jamie
looks like Robbie Savage, Jack. Actually, I don't know how you didn't cop that when you were streaming with him.
No, I think he asked me about what I thought of the beard. I actually really liked, the beard. Jamie O'Hara saying, "We are staying up, we are staying up, we are staying up the Spurs." James Madison, so proud of the boys watching that away performance. Jed Spence, man of the match by country mile. Come on, you Spurs. Nice to see that matters.
He's always watching from somewhere else, Madison, isn't he? Shame he can't be out there.
He's watching at the darts. Billy saying 11 knackered players fighting, away fans in full voice, best fans around, and the
Yeah,
owners don't deserve them. Really well said
yeah.
from Billy. Jet Spence, I'm hungry. Let's eat.
Where are we off to? He can have what he wants today.
And then I actually like this from Billy here because Patrick was complaining about how Ange has never played, Jet Spence. How did it take him this long, to play him? And then Billy popped back saying, flip side, Ange is the first manager to get a tune out of him. Daniel Farka sent him back early. Conte publicly criticized him, as did the Genoa manager, and so did Neil Warnock. So he's actually pointing out maybe Ange is the Jet interpreter. You can't be giving
Yeah.
too much shade towards Ange, even though you might be upset that he didn't play him earlier. You also have to give him credit that he is the manager that has given him the chance.
See, this is the thing, Jack. I don't get the jibes at Ange. Like, everyone's sitting there going now, oh, well, he should have used him earlier. Half of them people would have said sold him in the summer. Don't start with that narrative now when half of them wanted him gone in the summer. I'm not having it. At the end of the day, he played against Coventry. He pulled his groin. He was out for a while. That's not spoken about either. And I think Billy's absolutely spot on. Postecoglou's the only one that's given him a chance at Tottenham, and Jed Spencer's taken it. Let's start giving Postecoglou praise instead of using it to beat him with. And this is my problem, Jack. We're going into the realms where everyone's making absolutely everything Postecoglou's fault. We've lost that many games that no one can see the wood between the trees anymore.
Zeus saying, unreal today. 3 points in. Get him in there, baby. 3
Big up,
points.
Jed.
Carly, the players are still so obviously behind Ange and this team as a whole. Up the Spurs, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
she just likes that. Again, look at the togetherness. Just shown by the lads here going towards the away fans as well. Really, really top class. Matt, the Solanke Simps will hate this, but give me Richie all day, every day. Cry more.
I thought of you as soon as I read
Look at
that.
the comment ratio also as well. 89 likes, 66
Let's have a quick
comments.
peek in the comments, see if there's any
No,
like
find out to say.
man's got in there.
Oh, there's a little Richie praise. No, you get a few.
The first
likes.
comment, he had a great defensive game, and defensive in capital letters.
Oh my gosh, it's definitely going to be a fierce
That'd be a
defense there.
minefield to see there. That'd be good.
Good luck, Omen, says Lily White Rose. Kevin Danzo, right? The fact that he was watching the game. We
Yeah.
didn't embarrass ourselves in front of him, which was nice, Dave. And maybe that's what we wrap up on is Kevin Danzo, welcome to Tottenham Hotspur. Good luck, Charm. 2-0 win away from home.
Yeah, look, absolutely hope so. And you know what, Jack? I think he better be ready to go. He's going to be called on sooner, sooner rather than later. So hopefully he's also ready to go. Hopefully, that performance gives him the desire and the hunger to get out there and add to what we're doing because, by God, do we need him.
Yeah, 100%. Well, everyone, thank you so much for supporting this channel and watching this back. Smash the like button, please, if you can. And we'll see you all tomorrow for big day, transfer deadline day. Plenty of other big stuff happening in and around the football club, and just hopefully a strong end to the second half of the season, maybe if we can get that as well, and some big games against Liverpool and Aston Villa to look forward to. It doesn't stop. We never stop. Let's eat. See you next time, everybody. Come on, you Spurs.